Reconciliation with oneself. We live in an age of information overload, of constant motion and noise. Achievements are high. Technology is advanced. Yet many of us feel a quiet emptiness inside. An ache. A disconnection. Not just from others, but from ourselves. Amid this modern life, some are beginning to ask, who am I really? What gives me peace, not just pleasure? And what does it mean to truly live with purpose? In this search, Islam offers a path, a spiritual framework that begins not with fear or blind obedience, but with something deeply human, the reconciliation of the self. 1. Knowing the self. Identity in a confused world. Islam teaches that each human being is created with innate dignity. You're not a random collection of atoms. You are a soul, given life, meaning, and value. In the Quran, God says, "We have certainly honored the children of Adam." This isn't just spiritual poetry. It's an invitation to reclaim your identity beyond likes, labels, or social expectations. 2. Remembering the source, the practice of dhikr, remembrance. Islam's practices are not rituals for the sake of rituals. They're tools to remember. Prayer, for example, isn't just bowing. It's realignment, a moment where the soul reconnects with its source. In Arabic, the word for soul is nafs, and Islam teaches that the nafs is often clouded by ego, desires, distractions. But through remembrance, or dhikr, the fog clears. You remember who you are and whose you are. 3. Letting go of guilt, the power of forgiveness. Many today carry guilt, past mistakes, regrets, a feeling of being not enough. Islam doesn't ignore this pain. It faces it and heals it. One of God's names in Islam is Al-Ghafur, the most forgiving. The Quran says, "Despair not of God's mercy. He forgives all sins." That means no matter how far you've drifted, the road back is always open. Discipline as liberation. Fasting, prayer, and focus. At first, the idea of fasting or praying 5 times a day may sound like restriction. But for millions, these acts are the opposite, freedom. Discipline is not the enemy of happiness. It's the pathway to it. Islam teaches that the self must be trained, not chained. And when the soul is disciplined, it becomes lighter, clearer, and stronger. 5. A community of meaning. Islam isn't a solo path. It's deeply communal. The Friday prayer, the Ramadan nights, the shared goal of service. In a world that often feels isolating, Islam builds bonds, not just of culture or race, but of shared purpose, of spiritual brotherhood and sisterhood. Islam doesn't ask you to be perfect. It asks you to be sincere, to seek, to turn inward, not to escape, but to transform. It teaches that peace isn't something you chase outside, it's something you cultivate within. Islam, a journey back to yourself. Maybe you weren't born into Islam. Maybe you've never prayed or fasted or opened the Quran. But if you're searching for meaning, if you're asking deep questions, then maybe, just maybe, Islam is already calling you home. 6. Islam. Its meaning peace. The meaning of Islam is peace. It means that you have to be in peace with everything. Firstly, to be in peace with yourself. Based upon this, you have to be in peace with others, mankind, cosmos, existences, and life.